Big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful Tuesday here in the studio at Big Voice Studios in Winnebago, Nebraska, broadcasting out of Allen, Nebraska. We are the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. My name is Garan Coons, Communications Officer, also known as DJ Guaranteed. We also have in the studio with me my co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Doing great. I would like to say, Hinikadagi, we know.
Yes.
I greet you all.
I greet you all. And then Tuesday is?
It is Hamp Hinu Baha J.
Yes.
And I'm Bethany Redhorn, the Winnebago Indian News Editor.
And then I was going to start using our names that were given. So yours was Strong-Hearted Woman, and it's from Sistine. But let me Strong-Hearted Woman is Chante. Strong is, what is strong?
Oh, Hidika.
Okay, so yeah. Chante is your heart, right? So this is Lakota. This is not Ho-Chunk and stuff, but we'll get your name probably translated into Ho-Chunk and stuff, you know what I mean? But your background of how you got your name was given to you by
my dad, my biological dad. His name is Kevin Farmer. And I actually got it a little bit before. So I was like about 19.
Yeah.
It was when I was getting ready to leave for basic training for the Navy.
Right. Strong-Hearted Woman. So we'll get that translated and stuff. But I know you know how to say it in Lakota, because when you did your introduction letter to the Winnebago Indian News, you put that in there and stuff. We appreciate that. But we are on the verge of learning some words and stuff, so that's what we wanted to do. They had the harvest celebration, and I know every Tuesday there's language episodes that go on to Ho-Chunk Renaissance.
Yep, at 1 p.m. here on the Big Voice. And then we do get into a replay in the evening as well at 6 p.m.
Okay, so let's let the listeners know what's in store for them. Today, we have a lot of events taking place. I mean, so many events and stuff that it's kind of crazy, but we'll get into the list of like the calendar, so save your dates and stuff. So if you guys want to pull out your calendars, we're going to do that next. We have to talk about the harvest celebration that took place last Friday. We have to talk about volleyball and the football games, the athletics and stuff, so we're going to get into that. And then we also have just a lot of information that we want to get out to the good folks. And as you know, elections are just around the corner. The Winnebago Indian News has some updates as well, so we're going to talk about them. And I know the person that works in there. As folks, if you haven't heard or maybe you haven't tuned in for a while, Bethany is our Winnebago News editor. How many issues you got under your belt?
This is the third, so I'll be going into fourth because it's our deadline today at 4 p.m. So
okay, fourth issue under your belt.
4 for 4.
Yeah, 4 for 4. I want to recap some of the things that took place in my life last week. So I think that just a little thing called a birthday celebration. I only had 44 of them, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make 160, but we'll see how that works out. But I just wanted to tell you about my birthday celebration. And then the next day was our anniversary, 14th anniversary, in fact.
Yes, happy anniversary to you and Ashley.
Hey, appreciate the graphic and stuff. Now, here's the thing is like people are like, oh, Garan probably made you did it, right? I mean,
I did, yeah. And I do it because so I'll go back to that very first year that we started kind of implementing the birthday graphics. I was driving through town. I think I was going on a break to go eat at my mom's or something, but she lives south of town, so I had to go through town, downtown. And I just see I was like, wait, what? I had to do like a double take, and it was a birthday graphic for me. And I didn't know my mom reached out and asked you to put me up on there for my birthday.
Yeah.
So I just try to every year make sure I give you a big birthday shout out.
Man, we had so many events too. We want to apologize. That big screen is for the community, and it's a result of the pandemic. If you never went through Winnebago and stuff, come through Winnebago. You'll see a nice. Geez, I don't know how many of the feet dimensions and stuff. We know what it is in pixels and stuff, but it's a huge big screen, and they have some events down there. And I think that in the future, we're trying to do phase number 2, and that one's going to include maybe like a stage, picnic tables. We want to do like food truck Fridays, even like rummage sales. I know the farmers market has something, but they just recently hosted the mental health fair. We want to recap that the Kikija Day program had hosted last, when was that? That couple weeks, Wednesdays ago,
Yeah,
right?
it was like 2 Wednesdays ago.
And it turned out pretty good. But nonetheless, back to the big screen, I know that we get flooded with a lot of requests at times. We don't mind it. At the same time, we do manage to have some slip through the cracks. And so they say, you know, if you guys can get it up and stuff, you know, as far as like maybe a birthday graphic and stuff, but we just can't get, seem like we can't sit down at a computer and get those, you know. And I challenged the staff. I was like, if you're going to do a big screen graphic, try not to take too much time on it, because we have a lot. You got to produce the win. We have communications things that have taken place, radio station. We have The Apprentice, all kind of good things happening. But how do they say it? There's not enough time in the day?
Yeah, sometimes it'll just fly by.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. All right. So here we go. I know that you guys got your calendars out. Save the date for the following. We have posted, there's going to be Winnebago Human Services Department is hosting a lady. Her name is Faith Spotted Eagle, and she is very well known. I mean, she has documentaries and everything. She's going to be a guest educator, lecturer, speaker, presenting on some important items, and that's going to take place tomorrow at the Little Priest Auditorium, Little Priest Tribal College Auditorium. I got to kind of fill that out and stuff. I was at Wayne State last week, and somebody was asking, well, where are you planning to go to school? And the response was, Little Priest. Mm-hmm. And we always abbreviate our, you know, Dollar General's DG or Pony Express is, you know, just the pony and stuff, you know. So we need to finish it out. Little Priest Tribal College, you know, and as you know, there's a story about Chief Little Priest and the origination of our homecoming celebration. But the Winnebago tribe and our ancestors thought, those before us thought it would be, because his last words to his people was, there's, you know, be strong and educate my children. And they still continue that mission. Little Priest Tribal College does, but they are going to be having that. Human Services is bringing her in. There you go. It's up on the screen. Is that right?
Yep.
Go ahead and read that off there.
We have the welcoming of special guest Faith Spotted Eagle. So this will be tomorrow, September 24th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Little Priest Tribal College Auditorium. And so Faith Spotted Eagle will be teaching from the program model she developed called Healing from Red Rage. This presentation is used in Native communities across the United States and Canada to address intergenerational trauma. The public is welcome to attend. We hope that you will all join in for this special occasion. If you would like more information, you can reach out to Marian Harris at marian.harris@winnebagotribe.com.
Yes, if you can, take that section in and stuff, and we really appreciate it, as that's going to be happening tomorrow. Kind of a short notice, you know, but I think that there were some travel issues and, you know, timing issues and whatnot, but we want to say thank you to the Human Services, and if you have an opportunity. Now, folks, I did learn a lot about historical trauma through our good friend Cassie Kitchian, and she does a presentation on this, and you know, healing from the red rage. And, you know, that's something that we need to identify, because once we learn about it, once we see ourselves in kind of like some of the things, like there's reasons why people just get angry or flip like a switch, that was brought onto us and stuff. So if we can identify it and then recognize it and then breathe, if we know about it, then we can proceed on so that the healing can take place. So I think it's a very important subject that they bring her in to help us understand that, because there's a lot of things that I don't understand as my 44 years of existence so far. And I think that it's going to be a good presentation, educational, highly informative, and we invite the folks to come to that. All righty. What else we got?
And so I also seen a couple save the dates that I had grabbed. So I'll start back here. And this one's going to be today. Is that correct?
Yeah, Family Night, September 23rd. WCHS and the Behavioral Health and Winnebago Public Health Department is going to be having a family night. Join us for a night with family. The Winnebago Public Health Nursing Department, in collaboration with community partners, invite you to a day of fun and education. Enjoy carnival activities that promotes a holistic approach to health. Now, I like this agenda. Okay, so let me read the agenda here. They're going to have a supper at 4:45 down there, so come on down. It's free. 5:30, the family night begins. 7 o'clock, it ends, okay? But the event ends. I like what they said. Go ahead, what they say.
But family is forever.
Yeah. The event ends, but family is forever, which is true. Mental health, emotional health, physical health, self health, stress relief, carnival games are going to be taking place. So come on down, Blackhawk Community Center, and bring your family if you have an opportunity. We look forward to. We'll see you guys down there. Mm-hmm. We'll be taking pictures and everything, so make sure you say hi.
Then I wanted to throw, going right into tomorrow, also September 24th, Native Power Lunch and Learn. You can take back your power, break free from tobacco. And so this is going to be a event that is going to be in the Ho Chunk Hope classroom at Whirling Thunder Wellness Center, starting at noon to 1 p.m. And also it's your moment to take charge of your health, your family, and your community. As they said, the power is already within you. But why you should attend, you can learn how Native Power can help you unlock your inner strength, explore the difference between traditional and commercial tobacco. You can hear about the Winnebago Public Health Department's tobacco cessation program and how it can support you and your loved ones. And also some take-home tools and resources to start your journey today. Seats are limited, so you must RSVP.
Last week I was in Wayne. The signal over there is really cool. And in fact, I was stopped at Dollar General, and one of the college students kind of got curious and stuff. I had one of my big voice, my sweater on, and they stopped and asked me, and they're like, "We like that music that you always play. We don't understand it, but we like it." And I was like, "Yeah, that's Native American. That's powwow music that we usually play when we're not on the air. But we also feature the Big Hour, and then it's not all powwow music and stuff. You know, it's other music. You'll take them. How does Brian say it?
Down the musical path of righteousness. Yeah,
for sure, sure. And so we'll host a Big Hour, and then you also have All Request Live, where you can request a power song, but you can also request like an oldie song or whatever it may be.
Anything that your heart desires, as long as it's radio friendly. Yeah,
those people that were out west, they get the signal a little bit better, so they ask questions, which I appreciated. This gentleman, he asked this question and stuff, but one of the things that made mention is that it says sacred tobacco and it says commercial tobacco. And so we use tobacco to say our prayers and stuff, you know, but there's commercial tobacco. Now you think about propaganda, marketing, all that stuff took place back in the 80s. It was really ramped up 60s to the 80s and stuff. And then they start linking it to cancer and everything too. So it has since changed. Vaping is the next kind of thing that, I guess, as far as propaganda, they have different colors and flavors, and it makes it hip for the young ones and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But this right here, can you go back to that?
Yep, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. The
Native Power. Yeah,
Native Power, the tobacco sensation. Is that what it's called?
Cessation.
Yeah, now is the time to kind of call it quits if you're going to utilize that. We want to see our relatives live a long, healthy lifespan. And here's another thing that traces back to historical trauma is that, and I looked this up, I asked Gemini for this statistic. Native American males have a shorter lifespan than non-native, meaning that the white man lives to about 74 years old, and we live to about 62, 64. So a whole 10 years cut short because of disparities and whatever it may be and stuff like that. So here is the health department trying to make sure that we live a long, healthy lifespan, because we want to be there. We have to be there. What we learn, we have to pass down to our children. And I think that's a good thing. Here's another note. Did you see it said something about Famous Dave's
I did.
What did it say? What's the details
I
on that?
said that the meal will be provided by Famous Dave's
What?
Barbecue.
I'm there.
Yeah. Count me in.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's just 12 o'clock to 1 p.m. tomorrow. Ho Chunk Hope. Native Power Lunch and Learn. Take back your power. Break free from tobacco. And yeah, appreciate the coordinators for doing that. Dang. Okay, so continue on. They got another one.
Yep, we have one more that I want to make mention of here, and that is going to be not that one, but this one. So we have the Water is Life. So September 30th, water is the essence of all life, and without it, nothing can endure. This is going to be at the Land of Wellness, and this is with the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, the Winnebago Public Health Department. There is going to be some limited health education t-shirts, but it's looking like it's a walk. So the walk will begin at 10 a.m. and end at 12:30.
Wow, that's going to be awesome. Water is life for sure. So appreciate that. Mark your calendars, guys. This is your mark your calendar section of Winnebago Talks, and that's going to be September 30th. Man, can you believe September's already coming to the end? Where the heck did it go?
I just like blinked and it flew by. But for the native peoples of North America, water is sacred, carrying deep spiritual meaning and sustaining our ways of life. Through this walk, we gather in unity to honor the sacred gift of water and reaffirm our responsibility to protect it for generations to come.
For sure. Now, we have, staying over there at the hospital, the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System and Winnebago Public Health Department, they're under the, well, so WCHS is the umbrella. So you have your 12 Clines Unity Hospital, and then you have your Winnebago Public Health Department. But they do have a website, and it's wchs.health. Go to that website, and they have some information, but they have a calendar on there. And then not only that, but they have an event coming up, and it's called the Evening of Culture, and it is a foundation. Now, separate from the hospital and all that, there's what is called a foundation. They do scholarships. They try to, in their master plan, they say food is medicine, and that's that evening's theme. Tickets are on sale, and I believe that I want to say they're $75, and if you want to buy a table, I want to say they're like 5,000, 10,000. You could buy like a certain package if you wanted to do that for your organization, or if you yourself wanted to help out the hospital in their master plan, which is food is medicine. You're more than welcome to do that. But that's coming up on October 3rd. It's a Friday night, and it's out at Country Celebrations. It's a nice venue. I went out there and did, I think, Pilar Aldridge and, Pilar Miller and her husband's wedding out there. First time we went in there and stuff. Nice hall. It's beautiful area and stuff. So if you have an opportunity and you got $75, $150, whatever you want to do for that foundation. Again, you know, this is not a free event, but at the same time, they're putting that money to use, and it's for a good cause. And so we just want to make mention of that. So foundation, Winnebago House Foundation, Evening of Culture, October 3rd. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. There's going to be a nice meal there by Chef Anthony Warrior. Does a fantastic job. He even explains what you're partaking of, and he uses a lot of like fruits and salads and walnuts and this kind of some of the stuff that's healthy, you know, whether it be buffalo or whatnot. And this is culinary artists. That's what they call them, for sure.
Nice. And again, you can go to the website. So they have that wchs.health. That's what I'm kind of browsing through here for our viewers.
Yeah, and then you can even purchase your ticket right on there, huh?
Yep. And then questions, you can give them a contact as well. Or you can give them a call at 402-745-3956.
Use it as like a prom or something, you know what I mean? Get dressed up that
No,
night
yeah,
and then come
definitely.
check it out, you know? But so there's that coming around the corner. And then they have a lot of good stuff taking place. So if you look at their calendar now, they got women's night open gym. They got family night, pool league for seniors. They have, what else they have? They got Winnevegas bingo is even listed on there, which boots up tomorrow. They got co-ed volleyball open gym. That's going to be on Thursday. On Friday, it looks like they have AA meetings, alcoholic, how do you say it?
Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah. I couldn't say the anonymous.
Anonymous.
They have also, the senior center does a lot of good stuff too. Did you see that they headed down to Warhorse and yeah, that was pretty cool, huh?
Heck yeah, seen some familiar faces, and then also seeing that someone even hit a jackpot.
Yeah, man, awesome! Congratulations to that winner and stuff. If you want to give us a all request line and send a shout out and put a donation, you're more than welcome to do that. No. But nonetheless, here that's our today's save the dates. Anything else?
Don't forget to join us. We do have just real quick, we have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over the noon hour. We have the big hour. So yesterday, the Winnebago Tribe was closed. Mondays is the new time slot for our show, Baby Bison Beats. And so I wanted to make sure to make mention that our apprentice, Kevin, aka K-Boss, he has been working really hard on season 6 episodes. And so he has a new episode that will be coming on Monday, the 29th, I believe is when Monday the 29th. So make sure you join him at 7 p.m. Baby Bison Beats.
Does he have a theme for that?
He does not. He kind of stays in that genre of rock and...
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
He had some CV Ray Vaughan,
and he has some little gems that he's throwing in there as well. He's a composer himself, so he's been throwing a little bit of his own music in there too. So Make sure you check him out.
We like to call our guest up here, Environmental Protection Department. Mr. Lyons, come on down here, and we're going to get you mic'd up and stuff. But they did water quality form last Tuesday on my birthday evening. I know I wasn't able to attend and stuff. I got double booked for some reason, but you got to attend.
Yes.
What'd you think?
So we did provide the live stream coverage for that, and you can always go back and view that on our YouTube channel. So KWTN, The Big Voice. But I thought it was very informational. I'm actually going to be covering that in our upcoming edition of the Winnebago Indian News. So if you're able to check that out. But a lot of information. I hope I'm saying her, Asiana. I know they call her Ace. She had a lot of great information to provide. Trisha, she did awesome on a lot of her partaking in everything and helping get the event organized and everything, and all of the sponsors that helped with the event, and just coming together to kind of talk about the importance of having accessible, clean, healthy water. So
for sure,
I thought it was good.
Mr. Lyons, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hi. Let's see, where would he start?
Go ahead and start with your name and your title.
Oh, my name is Kurt Lyons, and I'm the air quality specialist for the Winnebago Tribe.
Okay.
Started here back in 2020 during the fun times.
Yeah, it was fun, huh?
Yeah.
That was pandemic. You remember the pandemic? We made it, guys. We made it, and geez, we had to wear masks and stay 6 feet apart and stuff, but air was a big topic during COVID and stuff because sneezing was the transportation of that virus and everything too. But nonetheless, air quality, go for it. What do you got for us?
Well, we just mostly completed an AQI light.
AQI. What's AQI?
AQI stands for Air Quality Index.
Okay.
And that monitors two different aspects. It monitors ozone, but what we're more interested in is particulate matter. Particulate matter in the 2.5 micron level, and that's teeny tiny, almost you can't see it. It's like smoke. And that gets suspended in the air, and then you breathe that in, and at that level, it can bypass your natural defenses, and stay in your lungs.
Wow.
So that's why it's it's one of the NOx, one of the EPA's 6 criteria pollutants that they are monitoring for, along with lead and nitrogen oxide and smog kind of things. And
so where's this light at?
so the light is we put it on top of the Black Hawk Center.
Yep. I recognize it. I seen it. I was like, oh man, they're gonna have a party up there. It's like it looks like a DJ light.
It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Yeah. It was inspired by I don't know if some of your listeners remember the Weather Ball in Sioux City.
Yep.
The Ho Chunk building still has it up there.
Yep.
It's not functional, But that was doing some research on that when I was looking at putting this together. I used that as the inspiration. I remember seeing that as a kid, and it foretold the coming weather.
Yeah.
Back then, and this is the days before the internet, and it was put in place in 1968.
Wow, I did not know that. Good research.
And I think it was decommissioned finally. I'm not exactly sure what the date was. It was the early 2000s. So,
So back to this light here that's in Winnebago and the top of the Blackhawk Community Center. And I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but did it already get struck by lightning?
not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Because we had a lightning strike at our tower, and it kind of made our stuff go haywire. But there's a absorber, a lightning absorber in there and stuff. But we did have to do some reset. Nonetheless, here. So to me, I think this morning it was green.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do the colors mean?
Okay, so you if you go on airnow.gov.
Airnow.gov.
Yes. That is the EPA's, it's a global, it takes information from monitors that monitor for PM 2.5 and 10, and it displays it, and it uses color, spectrum of colors to. So green is obviously is the good air. It's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best air.
Okay.
And then you go to yellow, and yellow is not horrible, but some very susceptible people to bad air could be affected.
Yeah.
Then you have orange. And that's becoming a little more dangerous for people who have, asthma and COPD and, heart and lung disease issues. Red is the next one, and that's unhealthy for everyone. Then you have purple. Or maroon, some people call it.
Maroon's the worst. It looks like maroon is.
Maroon is the worst. But purple is that's you need an aspirator or something.
200 to 300.
Yeah.
What's the hundreds? What's 50? What's 100? And what's 150?
Well, so it's not a one for one. So the sensors are sensing. It takes readings and it gives it, like the ones we have here uses a scatter light, like a spectrometer, and measures the air that's coming in.
Okay.
And it does this continuously, and and so it throws out beyond a certain radius. It categorizes. Things that are in the 2.5 or smaller. You can go down to 0.1. That's really, really fine stuff. But what we're shooting at is 2.5, and then it'll go up to PM10, which is the coarser, heavier stuff that'll settle out easier.
The one that gets me, and I don't remember this growing up. I don't know if you Kurt, remember this either too, but I come outside and there's not a cloud in the sky, but it looks shady or looks a little bit normal. Then I go onto the internet and it says Canadian fires or California fires or Montana fires and all this and that. And I was like, wow, it's here in Nebraska? Like, what happened? Is there like has that always been? Maybe I just never noticed, but has it always been like that?
It's kind of like when you buy a car and all of a sudden you see the same car. You ever notice that? Or you hear a word for the first time and then you hear that word a lot. I think once you become aware of something, then you start recognizing
always
it.
there.
It's always been there.
Okay. I just never remember that. But
wildfires is not new.
And then us, they're like, hey, Canadians are smudging us and all this and that and stuff. They make jokes, but at the same time, when that happens, make sure you look at this weather ball, this AQI. Is that what it's called?
The AQI ball.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give it a nickname here and stuff. We'll have to figure out. Maybe ask Whole Chunk Renaissance what it stands for and stuff. So we can translate it. But when it's a certain color, orange or red, the people that have asthma shouldn't be out, or they should wear something.
They should wear something or be indoors. Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms. Usually when the air quality is really bad outside, it's better to be inside. And then you turn on, shut all your windows and doors and stuff like that, and turn on your air if you have it. Something to filter the air with. That's the best course to take. But being when it's green, it's time to open your windows.
Yeah.
And let the bad air out.
That's
too.
true.
So,
that is true.
It's a color code. It's supposed to be intuitive. Green is always good for
Yeah, but I mean, like we're talking about like when I was. You ever see Ferngully?
That is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, and they talk about like the rainforest and that which produces oxygen and all this and that, and they're taking. 3 miles a day, and pretty soon there's going to be no rainforest because of no trees and stuff. But when you go to like LA or New York and stuff, when they talk about smog, what do you think that is like on an AQI ball?
Yeah, that'll affect the AQI. That is nitrogen oxides combining with when the sun hits it, that's energy, and you get this chemistry going on in the air. And then that'll change the makeup of things.
Now I know these
around.
questions are coming in here because I got you guys. There's an airplane. There's those drones. There's those things that spray pesticides. Will this pick that up?
No, this doesn't pick up pesticide. Pesticides, unless they're deployed high in the sky, you're not going to have that. Linger in the air too much. If it's windy, you can get overwashed too. But they try, as far as I know, the farmers don't want to waste it, so they make sure it's a nice still day.
It's expensive stuff.
It's expensive stuff, and it's expensive to hire someone to do it. So, they try not to do it when it's windy, and they do it as low as possible, so you don't get that drift.
Now, there's been an instance where we put out a notice that they're going to be spraying for mosquitoes. And it says, shut the windows and turn off the air conditioner, bring in the pets. And there's a certain chemical that is harmful. When that takes place, will this guy change?
So I'm not real familiar with how they apply this chemical.
Do you know? Does
they
it your...
just drive around and spray the ground, or?
I never seen it. Yeah. I seen one time I was in Meskwaki, and they had a big fan. It looked like one of those boats that have, and then I seen them spray.
Shoot that.
Yeah, and it was just going into the air and stuff. But I don't know if the tribe has something similar, but nonetheless.
No.
I think it's a little, not big. I think it's little.
Is it? Just kind of. All right.
A little. What I'm picturing is like a little tractor.
Yeah, they try to do it for. I know that mosquitoes carry West Nile, and there's been confirmed cases of West Nile, but they try to spray around powwow time, keep that powwow grounds area safe and everything too. And then we have a lot of four-legged relatives, and then our young ones, they utilize the river bottom. So I understand that, what I mean? But at the same time, I was just curious, I'm just picking your brain here, Kurt.
Well, it's something that just came into my picked brain is dragonflies.
Oh, okay.
Dragonflies eat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And they eat in their lifetime 15,000 or 1,500. I'm sorry, 1,500 mosquitoes. So don't ever kill a dragonfly. I just learned that myself here this weekend.
My kids are deathly scared of them and stuff, but I always felt comfortable around them. Yeah.
They won't hurt you.
They don't sting or.
No.
Yeah.
No, they won't hurt you. But they'll eat. Everyone you kill saves 1,500 mosquitoes.
I don't think I ever.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that either.
Besides the you know what I mean? Besides the windshield, I try to stay clear of dragonflies.
It makes me think of my choka. Our family home was out there by the powwow grounds out in the country. So I kind of grew up out in the country grounds and stuff like that. And when you say dragonflies, that's the first thing I think of is like where our pool would be at is like around the bushes. And it's like one of those big pools, so there'd be a bunch of us in there. But that's one thing that everybody would be ducking for is like when the dragonflies would kind of be swarming and everything. And
you
they
want
get
them.
pretty huge.
Yeah.
Nobody was killing them though. But
Yeah. Yep.
But back to the AQI light. So it's up and running. I'm not quite happy with how bright it looks during the day. The sun really washes out the color, and so I'm kind of learning light physics on the run here. So I'm going to add 3 more additional lights to it. Hopefully that'll
Brighten it
help it up, and then maybe do a frosting of the glass. It's actually plexiglass. But when I first it was just a pipe dream, I was just thinking of the AQI, or I was thinking of the weather ball, and then said, what if we combine those two? And I told someone in EPA at a meeting I was at, and she must have liked that idea because she talked about it, and my project officer with the EPA said, hey, I hear you have an idea. And she says, we got money that we don't want to give back to the government. Tell us what you need, and we'll try to fund you.
Nice.
So scrambled. It was like a 2-week thing. Put something together, not really knowing all the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah.
And so we got it going. And as far as I know, as far as I could find, this hasn't been done. And I didn't think someone has to have come up with this before me. I can't be the first one to.
Yeah.
But because I was looking to see if there's something you can buy off,
Yeah.
like a package thing that you can do. But this is totally a DIY project.
Oh, cool.
So I'm not certain that it's the first, but we might be breaking ground here at Winnebago.
Nice. I'm going to request a couple things of you, Kurt. Is that let's get this into Winnebago in the news.
Yes.
You come up with the graphic and everything too, but maybe if you can give us that background information.
Yeah, there's some posters that are up that describe the AQI light. They're in the Blackhawk Center, at the Wellness Center, at the hospital, at the senior center. And I plan to put it at the school and anywhere else. I have a few more made up that in case someone says, hey, we want one,
Yep. And we want to hear about it. Our readership needs to hear about it too. So we're going to get that into the Winnebago in the News next. I know a person that works for the Winnebago in the News. She's sitting right here to my right. And I thank you for coming on over here, Kurt.
I appreciate
you. Your office is over here at the EPD building. You're kind of almost our neighbors.
Yep.
One building over. If you guys have any questions about this AQI, light ball, I guess I should say, improvements are coming.
Yep.
Brightness, all this and that.
One more thing, a mobile app is coming out too.
Okay.
So if you're not in eye shot of the AQI light, you're getting ready in the morning, and what's the air here?
The good old brand in your hand.
Then you can download. It's iOS and Android friendly, and you can. Once I get that from our my contractor that's building the thing, I'll have that available for the.
Bring it on over here, Kurt.
We'll do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for the information. Appreciate it.
Problem.
Kurt Lyons with EPD, AQI. There was a lot of terms that he was using and stuff, and I'm gonna have to go back and do some Googling on those terms. You know what I mean? But particulates. Yeah. Anyways, all right, Kurt. You have a good rest of your day, man.
You too, man. Thank you.
And then I was just pulling up some of that. So if you wanted to see some of the air quality program information, they do have a tab on the Winnebago Tribe's website, winnebagotribe.com/air-quality. And
Yeah,
so,
doing some good. You can leave it open. Doing some good things over there at EPD. That water quality and then environmental. air, water. It all works hand in hand. Land. It's all there, man. It's crazy.
It's awesome though. I was gonna ask. I chickened out. I didn't ask her. Maybe I have to ask him in another time. But I was gonna ask him if he had seen any of like the jokingly funny memes that are out there about that weather ball or about that AQI ball. There's this one that I seen. People were sharing it, and I wish that I could bring it up, but it's it was like the Lord of the Rings, that eyeball.
Oh my goodness. They had to do it. Yeah. What is that thing called anyway? All the Lord of the Ring fans are throwing their remote at the TV.
Why'd she call it that?
It's something with the S, right? It's not Smeagol, but
No, because he's the one that's my precious. No, but you really wanna laugh? Hold on.
Is this the joke of the day? Oh my goodness.
Someone's got some good editing skills.
Well, I mean, if it is that color, guys, you for sure you don't want to be around it, man. You know, that's maroon reddish and stuff, you know. So AQI, man. But yeah, doing some good things over there. Environmental department, the environmental EPD. We
Environmental Protection Department.
The more you know.
Yes.
It's what we want to make sure that we get across. We're kind of known as stewards of Mother Earth, and we always want to try to protect that as much as possible. Land there's not being more made of it. You know, you can make plastic, you can make money, but you cannot make land. You know, what's here by Mauna is what is here. So it's very important that we understand our land values, and then also that we protect our land. So thank you all to the land fighters out there, the water fighters, those that are protecting our air quality, including Mr. Lyons, and appreciate his time bringing on that information. Okay.
Definitely.
So that was today's joke.
Well, I didn't show it. Can I show it? Somebody
go ahead and
said
show
that.
it.
They said they want to laugh too.
Okay. What is this? Samurai? Or no, it's called Samurai, or what is help us out. Help us out. What is that called in Lord of the Rings? Where that little eye just kind of moves back and forth and stuff. What is it? I mean, come on, man. This is probably the answer is.
Just typing her fast. Oh, I think you almost had it. Say you said the eye of Sauron. Sauron. I don't know. But it's Sauron.
Sauron.
The eye of Sauron.
I'm gonna have to go watch Lord of the Rings.
I know.
God dang it!
Just to see how he enunciated it.
It takes away another 9 hours of my life because I gotta watch the whole series now. Yeah, crazy. What are you watching these days?
I honestly don't really be watching anything.
Really?
I just watch like updates, like little documentary things. True crime. I really like true crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Stranger Things. I just rewatched that one and stuff. It takes me so long to get through it, though. I know you're not supposed to do this, so don't do this at home. But you know, I wind down, right? And before I crash out for the evening and stuff, you know, I usually put it on. So I fall asleep in the middle of the episodes all the time, right? I mean, sorry guys, I apologize for the Stranger Thing fans out there, but yeah, I finished it. But there's supposed to be one upcoming in, I think, not in October, but November, a new season, and I think it's the final chapter. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so have you watched it?
Have not yet. No.
You like scary movies?
I do.
Okay. And yeah, it's not scary, but it's kind of like, wow, that's kind of strange. That person looks pretty strange, you know. But nonetheless, that's I wanted to kind of inform you on that one and stuff. Okay, what else do we got here, DJ Bethani?
So some of the coverage that we had been providing, we do some of the local sports coverage.
Oh yeah.
And so last week we were booked and busy. We'll say that.
Yes. Wasn't it crazy?
It was.
We set up Thursday, hauled all that equipment down to the football field, hauled all that equipment on over back to the volleyball court, set it all back up, and then we had a whole day tournament. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, and I give kudos to you guys for Saturday, man. I'm glad that I was able to make it to help out. It was definitely a long week, but I always like those kind of weeks. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like they're so eventful and full of everything, you know?
Yeah.
They fly by. But
Here's our goal. Okay, so everybody can help us out now if you can. You know, I think that we appreciate, and we throw little nuggets in there, or throw little kind of entertainment. I was talking to Willie about this. Let's try different things. We tried something that I'm pretty proud of at the volleyball game. You have to go back and watch that. But Cinia
Yes.
did some awesome stuff. So go back and watch those. But hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Now, Facebook's a little herky-jerky. I think they have like a Facebook kind of, what do they call that? Where you can't get past that firewall or something like that.
yeah,
But YouTube is where it's at. And YouTube, you don't have to have an account. You don't have to have, you know, you can put it on your smart TV. You can watch it on your phone, your iPad, all this and that. So that's going to be like your central source, if that makes sense. Facebook will do some interacting and thing. I think we've got like 6,000 followers
Yep.
on the Big Voice Facebook, and we're broadcasting on Facebook right now. But these athletic events will be exclusively on YouTube.
yes,
Just so you know.
yep.
Share that with your people, and we'll try to put out beforehand a graphic that we're going to be streaming. And we appreciate the comments. We appreciate, even helps us out. I can't hear you, or it's buffering, or it's messing up, you know,
Yes.
because we don't want, if there was one time where I got mad at Ashley because I was like, wow, you didn't tell, oh, the scoreboard didn't change. I remember that one volleyball
Froze.
Yeah, it froze. And I was like, wow. And we went to rewatch it and stuff, and we're so inundated with, you know, your octopus arms. You know, you're calling people, you got the commentators in your ear, you know, all this and that. And
Taking
then
a drink of my Red Bull.
and the commentators are trying to figure out the names and call the play and all this and that. And then the video people are getting you screaming at them and say, get the shot, you know. So we're so in it, you know what I mean? Like, we're in it, but we do monitor those comments.
Yeah, yes.
And it's a fun way. And if you guys want a shout out and stuff like that, Tara Lewis, she said, shout me out. It's my birthday. I appreciated that.
Yes.
That was cool. You know, how often can you do that? You know, we're not a NBC or ABC. And then shout out to Cisco the Kid and stuff. He tagged me in a FUBU thing. But yeah. What does FUBU stand for?
For us, by us.
Yeah, for sure. And we even have like a little section that we're trying to come up with some res terms. And we wanted to learn the res terms from Santee. We want to learn the res terms from Macy. I know a lot of people probably know them and stuff, you know, but we were like, what was some of the ones that we came up with in our chat?
Right.
What does that even mean? You know, those people that are over in Wayne and can really hear us good. What did she say? All right.
Gee.
Let's talk about the harvest.
Yes.
We have some pictures here.
Yeah.
And
grab them.
they had a wonderful night. It started with well, let me back up here. There was a death in the community. And, you know, when those things happen, at times we postpone, cancel, reschedule, right? They did manage to talk to the family, and that's a tough one. But they did get permission, and they did that, where they got permission from the family and stuff. So that took place, and appreciate the coordinators for doing that, and then informing the rest of the tribal membership. We had people from Wisconsin come down and stuff, you know, and I know there's certain reasons and protocols and stuff, but nonetheless, we kept going. And the elders, they wanted to make sure, did you get permission from the family? They gave their blessing and stuff. We were put in that situation when we had that one celebration down at the big screen. I think it was
the community blast event.
Yeah, and we went out there and stuff. And the words that were exchanged and stuff are between the organizer and that family and stuff. But I could tell you that when I had a relative pass away, you know, I remember the people that came to us and asked for permission. And more often than not, yeah, you know, life does go on. And we take a few days to kind of put those things away and stuff. But at the same time, you know, there's certain expenses, there's certain, you know, things like that take place. So it would continue forward. They had a wonderful meal, and it was soup and fry bread. And then they had, I want to say it's vegetable soup. And then they had corn soup. Man, kudos to the chefs and everything too. They sang the thank you song, and that has a whole meaning behind it. But the harvest celebration itself means a lot to the people. And that night they completed the snake dance, which we didn't get to complete at the homecoming celebration, just due to time. And then they also did a rendition. I think I want to say it was 37 minutes of the green corn. I did some research on the green corn. They used to do that for days. I mean, literally green corn for days. And it was wonderful sight to see all the, you see all the, shout out to the singers that came out, brought the grandpa drum down, everybody that was there that looked their best, you know, and with standing room only. I think that they didn't go too late. I wanted to say they ended like at 11:30, but they had congratulations to the princesses. They selected 2 princesses, and they did a wonderful job. The outgoing princesses, they had a wonderful giveaway, and the words that were shared on behalf of them. Lloyd Hamilton was the headman dancer. Christina, she was the head lady dancer. She had a special, and I want to say it was a potato dance, but I forgot who won. And congratulations to those winners and stuff. But there was also opportunity to, you know, just go out there and do some intertribals. Kind of as we come to the close of outdoor powwows, you know, we're going to start going indoor for celebrations and stuff. But man, the young ones that came on down, and, you know, shout out to all the parents that get these young guys ready. And I think that they showed their best. I know that Fran Free, she came all the way down from Minnesota to be with her relatives and check it out and stuff. But that's your winner.
Right here?
Yeah.
Ileana?
Yeah. Congratulations to her. They made that announcement. And it was really close. It was really close. I was kind of judging it in my mind. And they did have an opportunity to go and do an interview section. I didn't get to hear what was said, or I didn't get to hear how that went and stuff. But nonetheless, on the dancing portion, she came out the winner. And so the former harvest celebration right there is crowning the new harvest celebration, and those crowns are beautiful, beaded, and I believe that they're also embroidered crowns, and did a wonderful job, man. It was a sight to see, and just relaxing. You know, a lot of times when you're in competition powwow, you're kind of tense. You got to make sure you make your grand entries. You got to make sure that you're in the right spot, right time. You track the agenda to get yourself ready. When I was fancy dancing and stuff at powwows, it takes kind of like a warm-up period. You want to make sure that everything's on tight. You're worried about that. You're worried about the song that goes out there, and then you go out there and give it your all. And if you miss the stop, you're stressed out that you might not place, all this and that. Not that night. It was just a good, relaxing time. A lot of smiles, a lot of hugs, a lot of good intertribals, and the young ones, they came out and they jammed, you know, and the singing was awesome.
Those are some really awesome pictures. I'm over here trying to make sure we show all of them, but I'm having a hard time pulling some of them up.
Oh yeah, they're pretty huge. But you'll see some more in the next upcoming Winnebago in the News issue, huh?
Yes.
Alrighty. So that was the harvest celebration. Let's see here. What else do we got? As we got a couple minutes to get off the air. Go for it, DJ Bethani.
So if you are able to, I will get a top 5 graphic posted. But join me on Thursdays for All Requests Live. That is at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We get into song requests, and we also have birthday shout outs. So if you have a birthday person in your life celebrating a birthday, we can give them a birthday shout out on Thursdays. About 12:30 p.m. is when those take place. And then we have an Indigenous Artist Spotlight. And we also have our top 5 countdown. And so just to double back, so I was trying to mention the previous coverage that we had. That was Makbia Luta for football. And then volleyball was Bancroft Rosalie. And that was Parents' Night as well. And then the Winnebago tournament on Saturday. The next game that they'll have is going to be the next upcoming games. They'll have 3 away games up against, so this is the varsity girls volleyball team. Omaha Nation on the 23rd, so that's today. at 6 p.m. And then on the 25th, they'll play a triangular against Lions Decatur in Tri-County Northeast. And that'll be at 5:30. That's away as well. And then the 29th, they'll play Osmond at 6 o'clock p.m. And then for football, the next upcoming we have for the boys is away. I believe the time is to be announced, but it's against Todd County on the 25th.
I guess that's the big one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We talked to the athletic director, and he mentioned that Todd County and Winnebago might be a preview of what's going to take place at the Dakota Dome in the national championship. We'll see. Then the other big one they have is Omaha Nation is coming to town.
Yes.
For football. Omaha Nation volleyball team came to town and they handled their business. Holy smokes, man. Dang, you see that team? My goodness. They are loaded with seniors, led by the twins there. We also have an opportunity. We had an opportunity to present them with the tournament player of the tournament, I guess I should say. And they got awarded big voice medals and stuff. So congratulations to those four. Santee, her name was Miley Pike. She did some wonderful jobs, got a lot of kills, did some nice serving, and just all around hustling. For Winnebago was Kennedy. And she was a left-handed hitter. That's Serenity Drew's daughter. And congratulations to her. For the Omaha Nation, it was Delane Walker. She's one of the twins. Her sister is Desma. They're seniors. They got some height with them, but not only are they good volleyball players, they're good basketball players. And I failed to mention I wanted to ask them what their favorite sport is. Is it volleyball or if it's basketball? Because, whatever their favorite sport is, I'm sure they're going to be pretty good at that. And then for the Walt Hill Blue Jays, it was Wolf. And she did a lot of wonderful things too from the Blue Jays and stuff. But I believe, as far as the standings and everything, Omaha Nation didn't suffer a defeat, and then Santee, they took down Winnebago, and then Blue Jays, I don't think they won a set. You know what I mean? So it kind of went like that. But that was the first time I did a tournament, and now I know what to expect. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Definitely. And so next upcoming home game, the big voice will be on scene to provide some live stream coverage. But I just wanted to run through and just kind of give some of those dates, as we have a lot of upcoming away games. So mention that.
The last thing I want to make mention is that elections. All right. Again, we keep reinforcing it because it's new this year. There's no write-ins allowed in elections this year for the general elections, the last one that they hold, okay? So this is it. There's 6 candidates, all right? And there's only going to be 3 seats. And so those people that earn a seat are going to sit on the council for 3 years, okay? And so we just want to make sure we get that information out. When is that election going to take place?
It's going to be on Tuesday, October 7th.
We encourage all the eligible tribal members that are on the voting list to get out there and exercise their right to vote. We don't mind who you vote for and stuff, but we want that number to go up.
Yes.
Part of communications is to make sure that we get that information out there so that people don't say, oh man, I forgot. The primaries was a little tricky because we just came off that Labor Day holiday and stuff. So nonetheless, it's going to be Tuesday. The tribe will be closed that day, and we just want to make sure. Polls open, as always, at 8 a.m. They'll close at 8 p.m. And down at the Blackhawk Community Center, they'll announce who the winners are. And the next day, there's called the swearing-in ceremony, the oath of office, I should say, and then also the reorg meeting where them as the council members decide the officers. We'll be there live streaming too, right?
Yep, the oath of office swearing ceremony.
For sure. But there you have it. So you put it in the front page news?
Yes, so I had that general elections article in our most previous Winnebago Indian news, which came out on Saturday, September 13th. And so keep an eye out. We do have a new Win edition that will be coming out this Saturday. September 27th.
Alrighty. So with that being said,
One last thing. So, that really wasn't my joke. I did have an actual joke.
oh yes,
Okay.
I love it.
And so, after you die, what part of the human body is the last to stop working?
Oh my goodness. Wait, that was a
Okay.
trick. Yeah.
After you die,
Yeah.
what part of the human body is the last to stop working?
I mean, you're gone, so like not all of it.
Yeah. What's the very last thing to just kind of shut down?
I don't know, your brain?
Ready?
Yeah.
Your pupils, they dilate. They dilate.
They dilate.
That's kidding.
That's a good one.
The knee slapper. I gotta see Kevin's reaction.
Got it. Yeah. So, real quick, I got a rant of the day. Okay? I got a rant of the day. All right, here it is. Parking spots. Come on, guys. I mean, I'm bad at it. I'm not the saint here. I'm not perfect or anything like that, but there's two lines and you're supposed to put your car in there, right? Okay. So, and I am fault at this one because Isaac pointed me out at the harvest celebration. He said, you parked on the line. And then there was another truck and then there was an open spot, but nobody could fit in there. And everybody was just like, oh my God, this and that and stuff like that. So my rant of the day, parking spots. Park in those lines, not on the lines or not over the lines. You ever see those guys with the stingy cars? I call like those Corvettes or whatever and stuff. They call them stingy cars and stuff. They take up like 6 parking lot spots and stuff.
It's like, it's this way. There's no reason for you to park this way.
Right. Unless you're trying to show off or something like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. There's like key marks on it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, let's all do a better job. So next time, because everybody's going to be riding in their war pony and stuff, and you pull up to Walmart or down here at the Blackhawk Center, wherever it may be, in your own parking spot. Hey, speaking of parking spots, we should get a employee of the month. This is where they park. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But anyways, but yeah, let's go in between the lines, guys. Not on the lines, not outside the lines. Let's go where you're supposed to go.
Yes.
That's my rant of the day.
Yep. I concur.
You got one?
Let's see.
Parking spots.
Oh
my
no,
goodness.
mine's gonna be when you buy something and you're like, you kind of you get so busy you don't really get to it. So say it could either be a favorite snack or it could be a favorite drink.
Yeah.
And so there's these flavored waters that I really like, and they're strawberry kiwi. And granted, they're not super expensive, but they're not very cheap either.
Right.
And so they're so refreshing though, especially after a long day. So I get home, I know it's in there in the fridge.
Yeah.
When I get there, I settle down. I'm like, oh wait, I'm so parched. I need to wet my whistle. So I'll go grab my water, and when I get in there, it's gone.
What?
And then I look over and my niece is smiling real big because she just, I can't ever say nothing to that little girl, man. She just deboes me, and
the refrigerator bandits are
she
real.
is, yeah. And then it's even worse when they rub it in your face.
Oh my goodness.
Sitting there with it in her arm like this.
Well, we have a refrigerator here, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, go ahead and help yourself. And that one day we opened it up, and I just knew there was a Red Bull sitting there. And it's like one of those things you open up the refrigerator, and that song comes on, and then the lights hit the beaming and stuff, And it's just like, And so the frost comes off, rolls off, you know what I mean? Like on those commercials. And I just knew. I didn't have to say, there was no sticky note or anything like that, but I knew whose Red Bull that was, and I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. But so, yeah, refrigerator bandits are your rant of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you for tuning on here to Winnebago Talks, KWTN 100.9 FM, the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. You guys have a good rest of your day. How do you say, see you later?
You say, hi, Zo.
Hi, Zo.